Ladies, let's be honest for a moment. This is a real conversation. If we speak openly, there is one part of intimacy that makes many women feel a little nervous, uncertain, or even shy. Yet at the same time, it can become one of the strongest ways to build attraction and create a memory that stays with a man for a very long time. We're talking about giving him oral intimacy, not simply doing it, but approaching it with genuine confidence, clear intention, and the kind of presence that makes the experience unforgettable whenever his mind wanders back to it, which happens more often than most people realize. This is not about acting like someone you are not or copying unrealistic scenes you may have watched somewhere. It is about becoming a woman who understands his body, pays attention to his reactions, and feels comfortable with her own confidence. It is about learning how to connect with his desire in a deeper way. Not only to make him feel good, but also to embrace your own confidence in a way that makes the moment feel exciting for both of you. And here's something many people overlook, because this is where everything starts to change. Stay with me, because the next part may completely shift the way you think about intimacy. What makes this experience so meaningful is not only the physical side of it. The real difference comes from the energy you bring into the moment. It is the way you hold eye contact, the playful teasing, the patience, the steady rhythm, and the confidence in every movement. When you know what you are doing and you stay present instead of rushing, he notices far more than technique. He notices your comfort, your confidence, and the way you naturally guide the experience. That combination can leave a lasting impression because it feels genuine rather than forced. More importantly, it changes the way he sees you. You become someone who is fully engaged instead of simply going through the motions. In this video, we are exploring 5 powerful ideas that go beyond simple tips. They combine confidence, awareness, and practical skills that can make intimacy feel more connected and memorable. These are not about putting on a performance. They are about understanding the moment and making it enjoyable for both of you. Listen carefully to what speaks to you. Try only what feels right for you. Explore without pressure, because real intimacy grows from comfort, trust, and confidence, not from pretending. And what comes next is something many people completely overlook, so don't skip ahead. One of the biggest secrets is learning to slow everything down. Many women naturally think the goal is to move quickly, to make him feel pleasure as fast as possible, and to get an immediate reaction. But that way of thinking often takes away the anticipation that makes the experience much more exciting. What often creates the strongest response is not simply reaching the finish. It is the build-up. It is the waiting. It is the feeling that you are completely present, enjoying every second instead of rushing through it. Slowing down changes the entire atmosphere. Men are often very responsive to visual cues, physical touch, and emotional energy. They notice your mood more than you may realize. If you seem hurried, that feeling can transfer to the experience. But when you move with patience, confidence, and intention, you naturally create anticipation that captures both his attention and his imagination. That quiet confidence sends a powerful message. It shows that you are comfortable, relaxed, and in control of the moment. And sometimes that confidence is even more attractive than any specific technique. Keep watching, because the smallest details often create the biggest difference.
Instead of moving directly to the most sensitive area, allow the experience to unfold naturally. Use gentle touches, soft kisses, warm breath, and light movements around the surrounding areas before focusing your attention more directly. Kiss along his thighs. Let your lips rest softly against his skin. Brush your fingertips lightly across different areas without rushing toward one destination. Those small moments build anticipation because every pause makes him wonder what will happen next. His senses become more alert. His thoughts become more focused on the present. That gradual buildup can make the experience feel far more intense than simply moving too quickly. The goal is not to delay without purpose. The goal is to create a natural rhythm where every touch feels intentional and every moment adds to the connection between you.
When you slow down and enjoy the process together, the experience often becomes more memorable for both of you, creating a stronger emotional and physical connection that lasts well beyond the moment itself. His breathing becomes a little faster. His attention narrows. Before long, he is focused on every small thing you do. That is how anticipation grows. That is how the moment changes from "she is doing something for me" into "I can't stop thinking about what she is making me feel." And there is one simple detail you should never overlook: eye contact. Every now and then, pause for a second and gently look up at him. Hold his gaze for a brief moment. You are not asking for reassurance. You are showing quiet confidence and letting him see that you are completely comfortable in the moment. That single look can stay in his mind much longer than you expect. It creates a stronger emotional connection, builds trust, and turns a physical experience into something that feels personal and memorable. By the time you continue, his excitement has already grown because the anticipation has been doing most of the work. For many men, the teasing is not just the beginning. It becomes one of the most exciting parts of the entire experience. Once he notices how connected you are to the moment, how calm you stay, and how naturally you build that slow excitement, he starts wanting more than the feeling itself. He wants your attention, your confidence, your energy, and the way you make the experience feel unique. Remember this, because it changes everything. It is not about doing more. It is about doing simple things with greater purpose. Slowing down does not make the experience less exciting. Very often, it makes it far more unforgettable. Keep watching, because the next idea is something many people completely miss, yet it can make a surprising difference. Another common misunderstanding is believing that this experience depends on only one part of your body. Many women assume everything is about timing, lips, or mouth alone. But what many men quietly notice is how naturally everything works together. When different forms of touch are combined with patience and confidence, the experience often feels smoother, more connected, and much more memorable. Your hands are not only there for support, they become part of the overall connection and help create variety in movement, rhythm, and sensation. Even more importantly, the way you use them communicates confidence without needing a single word. It quietly says that you are relaxed, present, and fully engaged instead of rushing through the moment. That calm confidence is often what stands out the most. Rather than trying to do everything at once, begin slowly. Let your hands explore gently and naturally. There is no need to hurry or use unnecessary force. Soft, thoughtful movements usually feel far more intentional than quick or mechanical ones. Stay aware of his reactions. Let your pace remain steady and relaxed. As you continue, allow every movement to flow naturally with the next, so the experience feels smooth instead of rushed. That balance creates a stronger sense of connection and keeps the focus on enjoying the moment together. Small adjustments, patient timing, and genuine confidence often leave a much deeper impression than trying to impress with speed or complexity, and the next point becomes even more powerful once you understand this simple foundation. If you change from one style of touch to another, keep your movements smooth and steady so the overall rhythm never suddenly stops. That continuous flow keeps his attention locked on the experience. Instead of feeling disconnected, everything blends together naturally. His mind has less chance to wander because every second brings a new sensation while still feeling connected to the last. That is where the experience starts to feel almost mesmerizing. Different kinds of touch, different levels of pressure, and a steady rhythm create layers that keep building on each other. Before long, he is no longer thinking about anything outside the moment. He becomes fully present, emotionally as well as physically. The real difference is not only in what you do, but in how well you pay attention. Notice the small details. Listen to his breathing. Watch how his muscles respond. Notice when he relaxes or when he naturally moves closer. Those quiet reactions tell you more than words usually can. When you adjust your pace based on those signals, the experience feels personal instead of routine. It becomes something shared rather than something performed. That is what people tend to remember long after the moment has ended. Stay with me, because the next idea brings everything together in a simple but powerful way.
Many people think their hands are only there to assist, but with confidence and intention, they become an important part of creating a connected experience. They help shape rhythm, balance, and comfort while showing that you are calm and fully engaged. That quiet confidence speaks louder than complicated techniques ever could. Instead of trying to be perfect, focus on being present. Let every movement have a purpose. Stay relaxed, stay connected. His enjoyment is not something you simply provide, it is something you help guide through attention, communication, and awareness. Once that natural rhythm develops, everything begins to feel smoother for both of you. Now let us talk about something that often makes an even bigger difference than people expect. Anticipation. Many underestimate just how powerful it can be. It is not simply about making someone wait, it is about creating curiosity and allowing excitement to grow naturally.
When someone is unsure of exactly what comes next, their attention becomes stronger. Their imagination becomes more active. Every small movement starts to matter more. That emotional build-up often makes the shared experience feel richer than rushing straight to the destination. Keep watching, because this next idea is one that many people overlook completely. Teasing, when it feels natural and playful, is really about creating curiosity rather than delay. Begin by moving close without rushing. Let the moment unfold at its own pace. Gentle touches, soft kisses, and small pauses can make the experience feel more engaging because they allow anticipation to build little by little. Stay calm, stay confident. Sometimes a brief pause says more than constant movement ever could. A quiet smile, a playful glance, or a short moment of eye contact can add warmth without saying a single word. Then, as the connection naturally grows, let your confidence become a little more noticeable. Keep your movements steady and intentional. That contrast between gentle moments and more confident ones often creates a stronger emotional impact because it keeps the experience feeling fresh instead of predictable. Many people believe everything should stay exactly the same from beginning to end, but real connection often comes from natural changes in rhythm, pace, and emotion. Those small shifts keep both people engaged and make the experience feel authentic rather than rehearsed. That is often what transforms a pleasant memory into one that stays with someone long afterward. One simple detail can make the entire experience feel more personal, and that is genuine eye contact, not constant staring and not anything forced, just a few natural moments where your eyes meet with confidence and comfort. Those brief moments communicate far more than words. They show that you are fully present and emotionally engaged instead of simply focusing on the physical side of intimacy. For many people, especially in a trusting relationship, that connection creates a feeling of closeness that physical touch alone cannot provide. It reminds both of you that the experience is something you are sharing together. There is no need to overdo it. A quick glance, a warm smile, or a playful expression before naturally looking away can feel far more meaningful than trying to hold eye contact for too long. Those small moments often become the ones people remember most because they combine attraction with genuine connection. In the end, confidence is not about acting fearless or trying to impress someone. It is about being comfortable, paying attention, enjoying the shared experience, and allowing your presence to make the moment feel real. That combination of confidence, warmth, and authenticity is often what leaves the strongest and most lasting impression. There's also something deeply attractive about that kind of eye contact. It is not about putting on an act or trying to impress anyone. It is about being genuine. When you look at him in that moment, it quietly says, I'm not only here physically, I'm completely present with my attention, my emotions, and my energy. That level of presence takes the experience beyond the surface. It helps create excitement while also building a sense of comfort and trust. Those two feelings together can leave a lasting impression. Here is one small detail that many people overlook. During an especially meaningful moment, pause for just a second and let your eyes meet his naturally. Do not rush away. Let the moment breathe. Sometimes that brief connection says more than words ever could because it shows confidence without needing to announce it. In a world where many people simply go through the motions, feeling genuinely noticed can be incredibly meaningful. That kind of presence stays in someone's memory because it feels real rather than rehearsed. Keep watching, because the next point may be one of the simplest ways to make a lasting emotional impression. Real connection is never about acting or performing. It comes from being fully engaged in the moment. When someone feels that your attention is genuine, they often relax and enjoy the experience more deeply. Confidence, calmness, and emotional presence all work together to create something that feels personal instead of routine. And there is another layer that many people underestimate completely: your voice. A quiet sentence spoken at the right moment can sometimes stay in someone's mind far longer than any physical detail. It is not about saying something shocking or dramatic. It is about using your words to strengthen the emotional connection between you. A warm compliment, a playful comment, or an honest expression of how you feel can make the experience more memorable because it sounds sincere. That is what people tend to remember. Not perfect lines, but authentic moments. Stay with me because the next idea explains why simple words often carry more power than people expect. Think about what you want to express instead of searching for the perfect phrase. It could be something warm like, "I've been looking forward to being close to you," or "I love this moment with you." It could even be a quiet compliment about how connected you feel. The important part is that it sounds natural and true. Timing matters just as much as the words themselves. Wait for a calm moment when both of you are fully present, then speak softly and confidently. Your tone often communicates even more than the sentence itself. A gentle voice can make someone feel appreciated, desired, and emotionally connected at the same time. That combination creates memories because it reaches beyond the physical experience. It reminds the other person that they are sharing something meaningful with you. Many people focus only on actions, yet they forget that genuine words can become just as memorable. And that is where confidence quietly shines through. Not because you are trying to impress anyone, but because you are comfortable expressing what you honestly feel. In the end, what leaves the strongest impression is rarely one specific technique. It is the overall experience you create together. Your confidence, your attention, your presence, the way you naturally combine warmth, patience, and honest communication. Those qualities often stay in someone's memory long after the moment has passed. Whether you are smiling, sharing a quiet laugh, speaking softly, or simply holding eye contact for a second longer, let every part of it come from a place of authenticity. There is no need to force anything or copy someone else's style. The most meaningful moments happen when you allow yourself to be comfortable and fully present. Long after the evening ends, people often remember how someone made them feel more than the exact details of what happened. That is the kind of connection that lasts, and when confidence, kindness, and genuine presence come together, they create an experience that feels personal, memorable, and worth returning to again and again. These are not simply little tips or clever ideas. They are ways to create meaningful moments that people remember long after they are over. Even a brief, spontaneous moment does not have to feel hurried. It can feel exciting. It can strengthen your connection. It can bring two people closer in a way that feels genuine and lasting. When you show up as your authentic self, bringing confidence, warmth, curiosity, and a little mystery, you do much more than create attraction. You create an experience that stands out from the ordinary. You leave someone remembering not only how close they felt to you, but also how comfortable, appreciated, and understood they were in your presence. That is what makes a connection memorable. It goes beyond physical attraction and reaches the emotional space where trust, excitement, and chemistry naturally come together. That is where lasting attraction often begins. And once you understand that, you stop chasing perfect techniques and start focusing on creating real moments. Stay with me until the end, because there is one final reminder that brings everything together. If this conversation encouraged you, if it reminded you to step into your confidence, express yourself honestly, and enjoy intimacy in a way that feels natural to you, then do not keep that inspiration to yourself. Share this video with someone who might enjoy hearing the same message. If you found value here, tap the like button, subscribe to the channel, and join us for more conversations about confidence, attraction, and building stronger relationships. I would also love to hear your thoughts. Which idea from today's discussion stood out to you the most? Which one made you think differently about connection and confidence? Or maybe you already have a simple habit that helps you feel closer to your partner. Share it in the comments because your experience could encourage someone else. Every relationship is different, and hearing different perspectives makes these conversations even more meaningful. And if you have stayed with me this far, you definitely will not want to miss what is coming in the next video. Always remember that you are allowed to express your feelings with confidence. You are allowed to communicate your attraction, your affection, and your interest in a way that feels honest and comfortable for you. Healthy relationships grow through mutual trust, respect, communication, and shared enthusiasm. When those qualities come together, attraction becomes much more than a passing feeling. It becomes something that continues growing over time because it is supported by genuine emotional connection. Confidence is not about controlling another person. It is about feeling secure enough to be yourself while also caring about your partner's comfort and happiness. That balance creates stronger memories than any single technique ever could. It is your authenticity, your kindness, your attention, and your presence that people carry with them long after the moment has passed. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I truly appreciate you being here and sharing this conversation from beginning to end. There is always more to discover about confidence, communication, attraction, and meaningful relationships, and I look forward to exploring those ideas with you in future videos. Until next time, keep believing in your worth. Keep choosing honesty over pretending. Stay confident, stay genuine, stay open to real connection, and most importantly, stay true to yourself. That is the quality that never goes out of style and never loses its power. I'll see you in the next one.